Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking. How are you all today, this 6th of March of 2025? Unfortunately, the love reading was not able to be done yesterday. I had a few dramas myself, so I couldn't get round to doing it. It was way too late. And we'll be doing it today, which is a Thursday. Usually this love reading is done on a Wednesday. It's the twin flame soulmate or karmic love reading. So I thought I would do it today for you, even though I am working on the Patreon love readings. For those of you that are wondering why I've released February love readings, they were for patrons. They were on Patreon. But what we'll be doing is of course, patrons will be getting them early in the month. And those that are on YouTube that are receiving these readings for free, you'll be receiving them way later than the patrons. And that's because there's a lot of work that goes into these readings, and we've got so many patrons, so I feel like I want to guide all the signs, all the zodiac signs. Even if the message comes late, remember that it is we're reading the energies, and the message could be important for you when you receive the reading, when you receive the message. Now, this is going to be a quick reading. At the end, we'll be taking your yes please, so you can comment beneath. Give me a couple of days. I'm almost through the patron individual love readings, so I will be back with your answers once I've finished the love readings for patron, which will be released very close to the end of March, okay? So a very special thank you to our patrons for their support, their love and their support. It's Patreon that's keeping this channel going. As you can see, the views are not good. YouTube is not sharing our videos, and well, we can only do as much as what we can do. Okay, so if you like or share or subscribe to this channel, it does help a lot. So please do that if you want to keep receiving free readings here on YouTube. I will be talking to patrons at the end of the video, or to those that are interested in what else is going on with this channel and what work we are bringing to the public, because we haven't stopped working. We don't stop working here. We keep pushing through. Please concentrate on your person. Let's see what the Karma Dharma is. And this reading will be very similar to the individual love readings on Patreon that are being completed today, tomorrow. Okay, so those of you that are not aware of the love readings, individual love readings, they are on Patreon. Let's take the Karma Dharma relative to what's going on in love at this time, as the moon is transiting through Gemini and on Jupiter at this moment. Venus is retrograde. Venus is retrograde in Aries now, so expect past situations, past loves to return, maybe to complete, to deal with and let go, or to restart, okay? Let's see. What is the Karma Dharma at this time? We've got the Ace of Cups. Now I'm using the whole deck here, which I usually use the major arcana only, but I'm using the whole deck now. So we've got the Ace of Cups, which can mean self-love, yes, self-worth and valuing thyself. Those of you that have been in relationships that have not been working, your dream has not manifested. You've been waiting and pushing through and hoping and wishing and praying. Generally, yes, a lot will happen, and what I mean by that is many of you will receive your wish fulfillment. Many of you will not. Depends on your own personal life journey and your own personal birth chart. Now, the blessings have been limited. They've been stalled because of Mars retrograding, I would say, more than likely. I would say this, as you're concentrating on your person, if you've tried over and over again, you've been in this loop again and again, and it's not working out past the month of June, roughly there, think of looking elsewhere, think of giving up, think of releasing, surrendering. See what happens then, okay? Sometimes, when we're putting pressure on a certain situation and pushing in a certain direction, sometimes energetically we tend to push the outcome away. And I do feel Kronos has got a lot to do with the manifestation of our dreams, possibly even end of May, when Kronos, Saturn, is going to enter Aries, and Neptune will already be there, because Neptune is ingressing into Aries on the 30th of this month of March. So the energies will shift, and Kronos, Saturn in Pisces could be the realization of a dream, or if it's not that, it's the truth relative to the rose-colored glasses and the dream that we've been in that we need to wake up from, okay? Because Kronos is the hard, cold truth. But he's also those stepping stones, those foundations that we can build that special relationship on, okay? And that's through hard work, through persistence, through limitations, restrictions, difficult lessons, okay? Let's see how the moon affects us, as the month of March is a month of retrogrades and eclipses. Let's see what's going on. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. That could be when someone's wish fulfillment is actualized, possibly on the new moon in Sagittarius. Unless you're dealing with a Sagittarian individual, you could have Sag in your sign as well, in your chart. I apologize about the noise, the external noise. It's not something that I can do. Someone is welding out the back just as I was going to start this reading. Nothing is going to stop this message coming to you, so please forgive the external noise. Luck is on your side, and we see the bow and arrow, which is the poisonous arrow of Cupid, who, once he hits you with that poisonous arrow, you fall head over heels in love and crazy in love, and it's something that's very important for you in your personal journey. Let's see what's going on as to the person you are concentrating on. For some of you are single, you've left the past and you're looking for new love. So let's see what comes through. We're reading the energies. This is a general reading, so if you're after a personal one, you can find the links beneath this video. Let's look at the now. Dilemmas, choices, Two of Swords. What is the challenge? Queen of Wands. This is like stalling. This is like not being able to make a choice. This is the card of needing to trust one's intuition. This is someone protecting their heart. Fear, not feeling confident enough. We've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. This is fire, and fire is about creation, but it's in the challenge position. There's too much thought, too many adjustments or dilemmas that need to be made at this time. So, the fire means creation, but fire can also burn, tinge, and kill, right, things, or end things. But that's in the challenge position. We see here it's more about perception, communication. Remember, she's blindfolded, so therefore, and she's also protecting her heart. So there's fear about taking action. There's fear of being passionate. There's possibly also dilemmas relative to what we can create, or as Mars has now turned direct through the sign of Cancer, there are things connecting to the past that we may not be able to finish off yet. We may need to still do some work before the fire, which means creation, is concerned. And there's no inspiration here. There's also, because of the Pisces season, there's illusion, there's misconception. Remember, Mercury is also going to retrograde. Venus, which is the love goddess, right? Love goddess in Aries, she's retrograding as well. So she's taken a few steps forward, but she's returning back as she's going through a rebirth. She's going to connect with the sun and therefore be rebirthed as the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands, of course, we see a queen, which is more feminine. Even though wands are fire, they're the masculine side to the feminine archetype. Sorry about the glare, I can't help it. It's that time of day. So I feel that obviously there's something that is ending, a cycle that is ending, and that's obvious, of course, with the Pisces season as we're moving towards the Aries season, which is a brand new astrological year, as the sun is going to ingress into Aries. And end of the month, we're going to have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. So it's all about new beginnings. Are you going to continue on that journey, or are you going to leave something behind that's bogging you down? Could be fears, could be an actual person, could be a situation, right, that you're needing to release, surrender, Pisces, right? Karma. And therefore be more lightweight. And that Aries season, remember, is the full. Traveling light, trusting that God has your back, trusting that this journey will take you through your soul's and towards your soul's purpose. Let's see where we're coming from in the past. The Hanging Man, there's the Pisces energy. This is about release, this is surrender, this is sacrifice. A very costly past I see here. Of course, secret love affairs do come under the Pisces 12th house. Okay, but this is something that we need to release, surrender, and also look at things from a different perspective, right? To me, Pisces would be more the spiritual connection, not so much the physical, even though there can be, because Pisces is things, it speaks to bed pleasures and things going on behind the scenes, which can be physical intimacy, but I see it more so as that spiritual connection. Let's see, recent past, 8 of Wands. We're not reading reversal, so I don't know if this is upright or reversed. This does speak to change, movement. Cupid's love arrows. I don't know if they've been hitting the spot. I don't know if the communication has been good. Now, the timing, as I said, recent past, this could also be in the now. Remember, timing is very difficult to pinpoint, okay? And timing is an illusion as well. But we do see Cupid's love arrows, also possible travel, transition, movement, fire. Let's see what's crowning. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like where things started to happen in the recent past, they're stalling again. This is Virgo energy, and Virgo is perfectionism. Slow, steady progress, more about planning, strategizing, being, having that intelligence, that logic and that tactic that Virgo has. But you can see that this is the slowest knight in the deck, and he's facing the past. And we're going to have a full moon in Virgo, which is going to be an eclipse on the 14th. So full moon in Virgo, which means obviously the sun is transiting through Pisces, hopefully drying up that illusion, or those, that moisture, which Pisces is clouds, right? It's the clouds, it's the disillusionment, not seeing clearly. So hopefully that sun will bring healing, will dry up that illusion so that we could see clearly. And the sun is transiting already. The sun is in Pisces. I want to wish you a happy birthday, my beautiful Pisces people. I know many of you are here. The sun is actually moving towards Saturn. I feel that could be something very rewarding that you've been working really hard on. Something maybe that was limited, because Saturn from Pisces is going to trine over to Mars. That's like what's been stalled, what we haven't been able to move forward with because of the past situations, and things that have been sort of grounding us or taking us back because of commitments, responsibilities, a lack of clarity. I feel that will be like the green light coming on, and that will be in the next few days. So looking forward to that. It could even happen in the now. But there are themes from the past that need purification, and work done on. This is the Virgo energy, and Virgo is all about that. But Virgo is also discernment and not wearing those rose-colored glasses, needing to take them off. So if you've been of service, you've put in a lot of effort, a lot of work towards this relationship, and it has not been reciprocal, then maybe you need to sort of take a step back. And there's also perfectionism, which can also stall a situation, or needing to do things by the book, right? Virgo is earth, is grounded, and is very ethical, and wants to do things in a very moral way. Whereas, the Queen of Wands, she doesn't think of morality. She just chases her desires. She moves forward with what she wants to create. It's her nature. I'm not, down talking the Queen of Wands. Okay, I've also got my moon in Leo. Okay, so let's see what is showing up in the future, not in the past. I don't know, that just blurred out. So it is connected to the past, surely, with retrograde Venus and soon to retrograde Mercury. Remember, Mercury is the mind and Venus is the heart. So there's the dilemma. Heart versus mind versus heart, which brings up the Lovers card for me, the twin flame, the soulmate connection, right? And we've got the World card here, which some of you could be at a distance from each other. Some of you may be dealing with a foreigner who's living in a different part of the world. But the World card also brings an accomplishment, because we've passed the test of Kronos, the test of Saturn. We've got the 4 fixed signs here: Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. Okay, this is an accomplishment. This is Venus in the womb, ready to be rebirthed as a morning star. Venus is the love goddess. Also financially, I just wanted to mention, if there's been a stalling of your financial situation, that too is going to change with Venus, as she's going to turn direct. Okay, because she's going to be more masculine, more yang driven, without fear. She's going to become the warrior goddess from the 23rd of March onwards, as she will be in the embrace of the sun. She's going through a rebirth, and I feel that we are all going through a particular rebirth. Look to the Aries part of your natal charts, your birth charts. Okay, what's at the foundation? We've got the Emperor here. The Emperor could be an Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, whatever sign. Let's not get stuck on that. The Emperor could be someone that's controlling, or someone that could give you that security. The Emperor is the boss. He's the leader. He's the one in charge. He's the one that keeps the ship afloat. He's the captain of the ship. Has he been taking that ship to shore, or has he been taking that ship to the rocks, right, where that ship will sink? And that's the relationship, right? Let's see what he's sitting on. He's sitting on the Three of Cups, which can speak to reconciliation, but also third parties. We know the Emperor is a major arcana card. He's the King of Pentacles in the major arcana. So he's the most experienced out of the masculine archetype in the tarot. He's got a lot of responsibility. He's got children, or a child, or a business, or he's the one that holds the family up, whether it's extended, or the family he's come from. This could be a father, someone who could be the third party within, the situation here. Could be a father figure, could be lessons or the beliefs, let's say, of someone and their upbringing relative to the way that things were done in someone's tradition. That's what I'm getting with the Emperor, because the Emperor for me is very similar in energetically, as is the Hierophant. So the Emperor hasn't gotten there by chance, right? We've got Three of Cups, we've got Temperance. She holds the 2 cups, where there's an alchemy going on. Archangel Michael is saying there will be balance, but someone needs to fall out of the equation here, because we've got 2 cups here and we've got 3. So maybe in divine timing, there will be a celebration. There will be even a meeting, right? With Sagittarius, again, speaks to foreign places, long distance. And someone needed to mature, go through their lessons before they could stand tall, stand strong, and give you the security or the relationship that you're hoping for. Right, so Sag comes through again. There are the 5 of Cups, which I was going to mention with the 2 and the 3 of Cups here. 5 of Cups mean that someone is sulking over the past. Something didn't go well. Let's see what the advice is with the wisdom of the Oracle. And thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. You can leave your yes please below in the comments, not in the chat section where we're having a chat. Not there, because the chat section will disappear and you won't get your card, your message. Okay? What is the advice relative to the now, whenever you're watching this? What's going on in this time, at this time, relative to love? Because I do see major completion points here. This could also be the completion of a major life cycle for many of you. It could be a past relationship that you could be closing up, because we've got the 2 of Swords here, which means choices, third parties. We saw that 3 of Cups, okay? Yeah, message in a bottle, but it's in the reverse. I was called to take it in the reverse. There's all this water and Pisces season. There's so many energies, so many planets transiting through the sign of Pisces, which is saying that really things are not clear right now. We may be seeing things from, through those rose-colored glasses, or this message. Because obviously to get a message in a bottle is not even once in a lifetime. Not everyone gets to be so lucky as to to find a message in a bottle. That's very rare. It's like hitting the lottery ticket. What? But luck is on your side. Let's see what number 15 says in the reverse. Excuse me. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best. Let's continue, as that tickle in my throat has stopped finally. I'm sorry, I had to pause so that I could get some water. So I was saying, if something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interest at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. There's something that someone is not communicating with you. It's as though when they want to speak to you, they choke. Choking and not being able to speak says that the throat chakra, there's something off kilter there. Something that they're not able to share with you. So, everything speaks to me, even little signs like that. Let's see. For me, a reverse message in a bottle says that this message has taken forever to get to you. And what I also get is someone is having a lot to drink. There's escapism here. Could be alcohol, could be anything that helps someone, whatever they're doing, whether they're binging or eating or taking medicine to escape a situation, a difficult situation I get, because this is not an easy outcome card, even though it's a card of accomplishment to get to the end of that fool's journey is a major accomplishment. Let's see with the Lenormand. Yep, there is the Saturnian card, the limitations, the restrictions, and the possibly even denial, I'm going to say, because with this tower, it's like someone being in that ivory tower, feeling very lonely, or they're dealing with the red tape. This could speak to business, too many responsibilities with business, or someone having been caught up in a contract, marriage, let's say, where they're not happy, but they're wanting to do things by the book, okay? That's what I get with the tower in the Lenormand. There is a spiritual connection. It's like, for some of you, your connection is going through a metamorphosis, a purification. There's a spiritual connection, but it's also, there's great passion which is being held back. So we see that even with the Eight of Wands. Okay. And as I was saying earlier, this is, of course, this is like the energy of Chiron in Virgo, and Virgo is the ruler. I should say Chiron was the initial ruler of Virgo, and Chiron is that key or that open wound which we're carrying, that we need to find a way to live with or to heal and move past. And the key can also speak to unlocking, okay? New home, new relationship, new chapter. And another thing which I wanted to mention here is, some of you, you've had readings with me. You're familiar with your chart. Do look to, if you can, look to the eclipses before your birth. And in relation to your person, do look to the eclipses, the eclipse before your birth and the eclipse before your person's birth, and see how they resonate. Because I did some research the other day and I found some very interesting connections between, myself and the people in my life relative to Chiron and relative to the eclipses before, or even the first eclipse after your birth. I think that it's very, very important. So if some of you are interested in that, we could do that for you. Do reach out, divinedebut11@gmail.com. Let me know that you're interested in something like that, and we can research that for you. But yeah, this does speak to, and this is a blessed union by Mother Mary for me, with the lily. But in due time, because it's a Virgo energy, and Virgo, we've got a lunar eclipse in Virgo in this month on the 14th. That's a completion. That's a full moon. So whatever started from roughly September last year, something is being completed and is culminating. We see that here as well. We see news coming in. We see the birds. The birds are messengers. Birds also are travelers, remember. And we see the two birds building a nest at the top of the tree. The tree for me is also a past connection. It's family. So, and it's interesting that it's a number 12, and 12 is also the 12th house. It's the hanging man, which which is at the root here. So there's something that needs to be released, but not through fear, because fear will bring us back, okay? And there will be news, there will be information, communication. This is like the beginning, starting to build something from scratch. Like building on the foundations. Remember what I was talking about, Saturn in Pisces. So it's going to be a very interesting time from now and through summer, if you're in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere through winter for you guys. And we've got the dog, so the dog speaks to loyalty, companionship, friendship, staying true to this relationship, staying loyal. And for me, the dog, which is friendship, that is also, to me, it's a major, the major building blocks and the foundation to a very, very successful relationship. Without friendship and good communication, there's no point in building anything. It's going to come crashing down. Okay, so let's see. Let's see where the psyche is concerned. Pay attention to the red flags that the advice was. And at the end of the reading, we're going to take the most important zodiac signs that come through for this reading. And the love messages. We've got abandoned here. But there's nostalgia. This is like the Six of Cups. There's like a return here. And finding compromise. Coming into balance. This could be a meeting. Someone is nostalgic of coming together, having a chat, having a drink, getting together. And the signs are showing the way. It's like Spirit is helping the way towards this fifth dimensional connection, which is a twin flame. Normally, we've got soulmates, we've got twin flames here. Of course, it'll be different for each of you. I have done some videos talking about Ariel Goodman, who has done so much research on Venus connecting with the Sun, the Venus star point. And if you're under the same zodiac sign, your Venus star point before your birth is under the same zodiac sign, there's a big potential that you are dealing with your twin flame. Okay, so this is a twin flame card because to me this is when you sleep and through your dream state you astral travel. This is astral travel. It's usually through our dreams. Patience. There's things and there are themes relative to the past. Someone is waiting, and what I see with her frock is usually, it reminds me of a wedding dress. Or a more important commitment, let's say, if not an actual marriage, right? Or many times it also reminds me of being baptized, going through some sort of service. It's like being blessed by Spirit, this relationship, coming together, even if you don't exchange rings. It's like be patient. You're going to be connecting with your twin flame, even if physically not through marriage. Patience, and temperance, which is right here, is telling us that as well. Be patient. Let's take a couple more. We've got refocus. So the retrogrades will be very important. And here is the family building on something much more stable, possibly two people coming together. They may have children, right? And sort of building, that's the potential here, building on forming a family. We do see the two birds here building the nest. They're preparing that for their children, for their loved ones, right? Right now we've got very similar to the Hermit energy. There's solitude. There's no message in a bottle at this time. Everything has been stalled, going through very similar, like the Hermit, as someone is receiving and going through an understanding here, connecting with Spirit. Fall, right? Fall is more like the Hermit, going into your cave, into thyself. Remember, retrogrades also speak to internalizing and dealing with the energies, but going through an integration, and therefore bringing changes. Let's take another layer here. Remember, retrogrades are not about new things. They're all about the past, revisiting, fixing, and moving forward, or releasing and moving forward to new pastures, let's say. New stories. Let's see why we've got the Queen of Wands on top of the Two of Swords. We've got the marriage card. This is the 1111 Four of Wands. Either someone's in another commitment and that's why the choice is difficult, or someone is going to make a choice and go towards what they desire and create, as the portals of the eclipses will be bringing in opportunities. Portals are 1111. Let's take one more. And there is the potential for a new beginning in love. Ace of Cups. But for those of you that are stuck in an unhealthy commitment or marriage or just living situation, you're not loving yourself, it's time to do that, okay? And it's time to heal before you enter another relationship. If you're not ready and there's a chip on that shoulder, it's not the right time. Things will not go well. Self-healing is most important. Let's see what the Hanging Man is at the foundation. Yep, lots of nebulousness, lots of lies, deception, secrecy, third parties. Yeah, well, third parties will always conclude to a Three of Swords because there's an imbalance, right? Only the Empress with a 3 is, now she's not about balance, she's about expansion and growth. She's a 3, and 3 is in tarot. It's a very positive, it's the first step to building, and it's the first step to accomplishing what you desire to, because you're working, right? You're putting in the effort. But collaboration is also very necessary. This, of course, will lead to heartbreak, so a release needs to happen. And maybe someone needed time. They needed time to awaken to the truth of the situation. Because Pisces can also speak to a spiritual or ethereal connection where there's an emotional connection, but there's also those rose-colored glasses, so maybe wanting to see something as very positive and not wanting to see the actual truth. Recent past with the Eight of Wands. Yep, that's the stalling, my dear friends. There's the devil. Wow, and the devil is third parties, blockages. There are the lovers. There are choices. With the devil and the lovers here, so Gemini, Capricorn come through, someone needs to make a choice. They need to release what is toxic, right? Because third parties are toxic, and in due time, the lovers do come together because they've done the hard work of Capricorn, of the devil here. They've climbed that mountain to the summit, right to the top, and they've trusted that this relationship is not them wearing the rose-colored glasses. It was lessons that they needed to go through, because a twin flame connection is filled with a lot of lessons. Don't think that twin flames are just, you come together and it's all easy and flowing. No, it's not the case. Okay, and many times we can go through lifetimes where there are still lessons that we need to learn to be purified and to be on the same level with our twin flame. Okay, because for me the devil is karma, and here is the twin flame. Some of you may be also misunderstanding the relationship, the truth of the relationship. You may be in a karmic relationship thinking that they're your twin flame, and it's not easy to understand the difference, and I totally understand that. But let's see what, coming towards mid-year of 2025 will bring, because it's a very important time. Beautiful. And the Justice card, which means balance, Libra. Libra is where the South Node is, and we've got one last eclipse on the axis, Libra and Aries, which is going to complete that story of the past 2 years. The I versus us, right? Aries opposite Libra. There it is. Aries, Libra. This is the ending. Remember, the last eclipse is a new moon in Aries as we kick off the new astrological year, which will be a very powerful astrological year moving forward. And as we, enter into the spring equinox. And I'd love to hear from you. Is spring in the air for you? Here in Grace the past 3 days, it smells like spring. It's beautiful. So happy about that. Let's see what the outcome shows. Wow, we've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is a very karmic card indeed. And we've got the High Priestess. Wow, and the High Priestess, of course, is the Pisces Virgo energy here. I believe here what I need to tell you is some people, because this is a very conflictual energy, it could be anything legal that's going on relative to the near future. There could be a legal battle. It could be a battle because of third parties. It could be information coming up and out, secrets being revealed because of the High Priestess, who is usually the other woman, the third party. This could also be a battle between the mind and the higher self, thinking that, okay, what kind of a relationship is this? Why are they giving more to the other and not to me? The Six of Pentacles is like that. It is a card which shows us that someone has been giving more and investing themselves to another situation and leaving the other person behind. So maybe this is a shift through hardships, because Five of Swords, fives do speak to changes. I do feel that there will be a lot of revelations and a lot of truths coming out. Now, this message in a bottle, which is like a very small chance happening, because it's a number 15, and 15, of course, is also the devil. But it adds up to a 6, which is also the Lovers. So maybe, because Mercury is retrograding, maybe there have been missed messages, lost messages. Remember, when Mercury is retrograding, and even since he's been transiting through Pisces, it's been like a Mercury retrograde. A lot of confusion, illusion, and the inability to speak truthfully, to be vulnerable, to be open. Messages not shared. A lot will be playing out. The High Priestess, an amazing card, and I feel it may have a lot to do with mid-month of March. Let's continue and take a couple more. I want more information here. We've got the Scales twice here, so that's what's trying to happen, that we're trying to come into balance. Hopefully there will be justice, fairness, balance, and we will leave behind Five of Swords, Six of Swords, leave behind any issues, conflicts, or even, internal conflict about what the truth is. Because Five of Swords, if this energy is internalized, it's very cutting. It's very cutting about why there hasn't been reciprocity, why I've been doing all the communicating and they haven't reciprocated. Why am I receiving all these messages? Why do I think that they're my other half, that we're spiritually connected? Why did this person come into my life and put me in a position of being the third person, for instance? I'm just asking silly questions here. But the Six of Swords, because this is a union with the High Priestess, she holds all the knowledge. She knows who her counterpart is, but she keeps it in secret. She holds the book with the knowledge, right, which is very Piscean. So I do feel a lot will be revealed. Big culminations and big endings. Six of Swords can also speak to travel, traveling over water, traveling through the air. And we're going towards that Seven of Cups, another Pisces card, where there are many opportunities, many doors opening, but also still a lot of confusion and illusion. But what comes through as an outcome is the Ace of Pentacles, which is something real and not something that you've imagined only. And we've got the Hermit here. Someone is seeing the light, seeing the snake, and the snake could be your competition, could be the other woman, could be the poison that could be turned into medicine. The Hierophant, did I say the Hierophant? I meant the Hermit is Virgo, and it speaks to healing. The healing of relationships through loyalty, through friendship. There is the garden, which speaks to someone's reputation, someone's name in their society, some sort of a possible meeting as well. But after an ending, after clearing the air, the scythe does speak to quick communication. It's very Uranian. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take 3 of these cards that are very similar to the La Vera Sibilla. The Cartomanzia gives me some more information. Remember the Ace of Cups, it's come through twice, so great opportunities for love to come in. Let's take 3 cards and see what's going on in love. What's happening in love round about now? Yeah, we've got a third party. There is jealousy. There are third parties. It's called the jealousy card, and it's negative thoughts. Okay, depression, oppression, gossip, rumors, dealing with bad groups, war and conflicts, and even violence because of jealousy. Let's see. Someone's stuck in a rut relative to their negative thoughts. They feel like they're blocked, but in actual fact, they're holding themselves back, really. That's the way they perceive a situation. We've got the Ace of Cups here. A party. Home, family, friend, new love, new lover, new love cycle, but also self-love, I'm going to say. And it speaks to conversation. There could be a conversation which jumpstarts this new beginning. And there's again, this is the maid, and the maid for me is who is of service. It's positive energy. It's like the stars aligned to give you help. It's like the stars servicing you. So there is help relative to this new beginning. But again, I'm going to say, if there isn't, if you're not ethical, if you're not doing the right thing, that could also block the energies, I feel I need to tell you. Okay, this speaks to romance. She's got a book that's open, so she's reading a lot of things that she didn't have an idea about. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles, gifts. This could be a scattered mind and scattered thoughts, but we see Cupid, we see a violin, we see this could be a physical gift, or it's good news that you're finding out about, which is going to feel like a gift coming from spirit. And it's the 3 of Pentacles, which to me speaks to collaboration. Some of you may deal with your person during work or through work, okay? And we've also got, at the foundation, we've got, this is the whore's bed, sex without love. This speaks to falsehood. It's the cat, really. And the cat could be distrust. It could be jealousy. There are issues relative to financial stability. This could speak to certificates or legal paperwork, possible divorce, papers, licenses, contracts. But this is talking to an intimate connection without love, or a one-night stand. This is friends with benefits, dear friends. So for some of you, you may be in a connection where you're thinking that this is your twin flame, but it could be only a sexual connection. They may be only seeing you through, the intimate side of the relationship and not the emotional security and togetherness to build a family. So keep that in mind. Let's take one on the Emperor. What does the Emperor mean, please, Spirit? Wow. A Tower moment, the energy of Uranus, and the 10 of Cups. This is either getting out of a previous relationship, or this is what you've always been waiting for. That suddenly this Emperor has this aha moment that I want to build a family with this person, or, I'm going to get out of the relationship that I've been in because our relationship was not built on solid ground. This is obviously something that's going to happen very suddenly, just like with the scythe that I spoke of here. The scythe is sitting on the mountain, and the mountain and number 21, which is the outcome card of the world. So let's take the most important zodiac signs for you and the love messages. Remember, we may also be connecting to your energy, so you can comment yes please beneath and get your own personal message. Just give me a few days, I will get to all of you. Okay, Taurus, Libra, both Venus ruled signs, and Venus is retrograde. Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Pisces. Yep, lots of water. Interesting indeed. Pisces, there's so much Pisces going on at this time, and all the planets passing through Pisces are in good aspect to Scorpio. We've got Sagittarius and Pisces, they're mutable signs, obviously. Not having an easy time of it because of Chronos Saturn, obviously. But of course, for Sagittarius, as Saturn is going to ingress into Aries, it's going to help them greatly. For Libra is releasing any and getting out of their comfort zone, right? As they've been dealing with the eclipses the past couple of years. They're finishing up with the eclipses, with their fated changes. Obviously, they're getting uncomfortable. At some point, Libra, you will come into that equal relationship. Taurus is being hit very hard from Uranus, but Uranus is in good aspect to Pisces as we're in the Pisces season. Remember, earth and water, they're in good aspect. So for Taurus, especially if you've got planets towards the last degrees of Taurus, you're still being hit by Uranus. Even though you're a fixed earth sign, change doesn't come easy to you. Uranus is going to bring you tower moments and bring the changes. If you could not make them, they're being made for you. And for Leo, well, if you're born at the first few days of Leo, you've got Pluto opposite you. So Pluto is going to change everything for you relative to the most important relationships in your life. And also Mars is retrograding through the early degrees of Leo. So again, the early born Leo are very affected. The early born Leo, not only as Mars is going to continue moving direct, April 18th, he's coming into Leo again. That's fire. So things will start to play out for you. Now, the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo, right? That Mars moving direct at the early degrees of Leo will help the early degrees fixed signs. And for Pisces, it's all about you, dear Pisces. It's all about you right now. Your life is being changed radically from the foundation up, as Saturn will be finishing off with you soon. So stick by it. Anyway, that's a little bit of astrology talk. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for trusting in the work that we do here. Thank you for joining us on Patreon. And for our patrons, I will talk in a moment. Let's just take the love messages now. Love thoughts, words spoken or not spoken. You are so hot. I want you like I want you. You drive me crazy. That's very much the falsehood here, the sex without love. Please don't go on begging you. Babe, I love you so. Are you the one? Interesting that the snake has shown up a couple of times. Remember with the hermit, we had the snake here. We've got another snake here. The snake means third parties. It means the other woman, but also speaks to jealousy, intimacy, yearning, physically, a very deep connection, a very strong magnetic attraction, very much the devil energy. Remember, the devil is not only a negative card without Saturn and without that Capricorn energy. We don't have the building blocks for something that will be long lasting. So don't fear Saturn, don't fear Capricorn. Poor Capricorn has got a bad rap. But remember, Saturn also rules Aquarius. So I want you like crazy. You are so sexy. We see very much the intimacy. And as Mars on April 18th will enter Leo, we're going to see a lot more fire. I don't want to be the third person. We come from such different worlds, but I'm willing to work on this union. Let's see where this will take us. Forever yours. No one compares to you. I dreamt of you before I met you. Those of you that are receiving the same messages as this general reading, then there's something important in this reading for you. Unfortunately, I did not recognize you as my soulmate at first sight, but now I see you truly are. You stole my heart and my happiness. You mean the world to me. I want this journey with you, and I want to take this journey towards you. I'm coming to meet you, so there is going to be a meeting. I want to be with you. We've got the same card twice. I hate you. Sometimes when love is not reciprocated and someone is stuck, yes, hate is a word that's very close to love. Love and hate are two sides to the same coin, but very unhealthy. You were too overbearing. I felt suffocated, insecurities and jealousy. And I really want to work on us. You are worth it. Only you, baby, come back. Wow. Okay, so that's the reading. Thank you so much. And I hope you did receive the messages you were after here. Just to the patrons, as I said in the beginning, you're receiving the love readings. If you're on Patreon, of course, you're receiving the individual love readings for each month. You're receiving them, and you have been receiving them, as we have not been posting them on YouTube at all. But as I said, there's a lot of work that goes into this, into these readings, and you know, having a particular video being seen by 10 people is a big shame. As collectively, and we've got a tribe here on YouTube, doesn't matter that, you know, you're not all on Patreon, but those people on YouTube, they still support this channel through liking and through sharing. Not everyone has got the opportunity, right, to be able to support us financially. So that's why we're going to be sharing the love readings, the individual love readings, way after they've been shared with Patreon. So you get the love readings first, and then YouTube receives those love readings later. So that's what I feel I needed to do, and thank you for your understanding. And also, we've done lots of extras. If you're on tier 3, lots of extras. Extra videos that are astrologically based, of course, with all the retrogrades and the, 2025 being such an important year, and, going into specifics as the Venus star point, the Venus conjunction with the Sun, Venus star point happening in Aries. I've done extra work on that, so extra analysis. Those of you that love astrology, and you're on tier 3 gets it for free. There are extra perks. So it does pay you to be on tier 3. You get so much. But I've also put those readings, those analysis on sale for those of you that are not entitled to those readings. You can purchase them through Patreon for a very small price, for the price of buying us a cup of coffee. So if you don't want to be on Patreon and be needing to pay every month, right? It's a reoccurring payment. Then you can join us for free on Patreon and just check out what's on offer. You can purchase an individual reading if that interests you. Okay, even if you're not on Patreon on a monthly basis. Okay, so I thought I needed to get that straight for all of you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Thank you for all that you do always. Love and light, and I will get back to you with your personal love messages. Give me a couple of days. I will catch you soon. Namaste.